In his first year in power, President Joko Widodo has had a number of appearances on the global stage. The election of a political outsider as Indonesia's #1 put him in the international spotlight.
One intrigued international figure, social media tycoon Mark Zuckerberg, met with Jokowi on October 13th last year after the official announcement of him being elected president. They met at City Hall as Jokowi was still serving as governor of the capital, went together on one of his famous belusukan, or impromptu visits, to Tanah Abang market in central Jakarta. Jokowi's upfront diplomacy was much welcomed at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in November last year in Beijing. His first speech as president on an international stage at the economic leaders meeting was well received. It went straight to the point, inviting Asia-Pacific nations to invest in Indonesia. That first state visit to Beijing resulted in investment agreements for infrastructure.
And we plan to build our railway network. Now we have already in Java, and we want to build in Sumatra Island. We are waiting for you to come to Indonesia. We are waiting for you to invest in Indonesia.
In January, Jokowi went on a Southeast Asia trip that started in Malaysia. The ups and downs of relationship between the two countries that covers borders, claims on cultural artifacts to immigrant workers was the main agenda in his discussion with the Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak. And he recently hosted and announced agreements with Razak in Jakarta on the haze crisis and palm oil. In March, Jokowi visited Japan, where he nailed down agreements to increase exports of ready-to-use goods, including with the Japanese auto giant Toyota. His speeches were extremely well received by the Japanese business world. And in April, it was a historic moment, not just for Jokowi, but the nation in general. Indonesia was host to the 60th anniversary of the Asian-African Conference in Bandung. As host, Jokowi questioned the role of the World Bank and United Nations in addressing global issues. In his welcoming speech on April 22nd, Jokowi reiterated the need for a new financial institution to counter the World Bank, IMF and ADB.
Ketidakadilan global juga terasa ketika sekelompok negara enggan mengakui realita dunia yang sudah berubah. Pandangan yang mengatakan bahwa persoalan ekonomi dunia hanya dapat diselesaikan oleh Bank Dunia, oleh IMF, dan oleh ADB adalah pandangan yang usang yang perlu dibuang. Saya berpendirian, pengelolaan ekonomi dunia tidak bisa diserahkan hanya kepada 3 lembaga keuangan internasional itu. Kita wajib membangun sebuah tatanan ekonomi dunia baru yang terbuka bagi kekuatan-kekuatan ekonomi baru.
A historical walk from Hotel Savoy Homan to the Merdeka building in Bandung on April 24th became the climax of the conference. 21 heads of state and representatives from 109 Asian and African nations took part. In his speech, Jokowi said the spirit of the conference remained the same as it was 60 years ago.